2 years ago, state, federal, and local law enforcement officers stormed the home of a Willmar woman to arrest a guy wanted on drug charges. The officers shot and wounded the 19-year-old woman. It wasn't until later they found out the guy they were looking for was already in Mobile County Metro Jail. This incident sparked a federal lawsuit, and our investigative reporter Brendan Kirby has been following the case. So Brendan, the plaintiff, recently filing an updated civil complaint, you say?
Yeah, that's right, Lenice. The complaint was the fourth version of a lawsuit that Ann McLeod initially filed in 2020 in Mobile's federal court. The latest filing adds 2 additional defendants. It was dark and cold in the wee hours of December 19th, 2019, just 6 days before Christmas, when the Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force surrounded the home on Old Moffett Road in Willmar. That task force is run by the U.S. Marshals Service and has members from several state and local law enforcement organizations. The objective was to arrest Nicholas McLeod as part of a roundup of drug suspects across Mobile County. According to the lawsuit, agents in the carport encountered Christopher McLeod, the suspect's nephew. The suit alleges that agents didn't believe McLeod when he said his uncle wasn't at the house and turned down his offer to tell his fiancée inside that the agents were there. Attorney Henry Brewster maintains that the fiancée, at the time known by her maiden name of Ann Riley, awoke from her bed thinking intruders were breaking in. She got a gun from the bedroom and went to the kitchen door. Riley never shot the gun, but agents fired dozens of shots into the residence, striking her at least 5 times in the chest and abdomen. The suit says she was severely injured and still has a bullet lodged in her spine.
She has some pain, and obviously she's suffered from it, and it's affected employment and everything else.
The civil complaint names the task force team leader and 3 agents who shot Riley, a Baldwin County Sheriff's deputy named Austin Welch, an Alabama Department of Corrections officer named John Skipper, and Scott Fondren, a Homeland Security Investigations agent. The updated complaint adds 2 new defendants accused of failing to adequately research Nicholas McLeod's background. Had they done so, Brewster says, they would have known the suspect lived in Atmore, not Willmar, and that he was already in jail on the arrest warrant at the time.
It was a mistake compounded upon mistake after mistake, and there were a lot of things that could have headed off this problem.
Attorneys for the defendants declined to comment, but in court filings, they argue that the arrest warrant was valid on its face and that agents had reason to fear for their lives. Quote, "It is undisputed that while at the home, the federal individual defendants learned that another person was inside the home, that there were guns in the home, and that plaintiff in fact came to the kitchen door with a gun in her hand, which she did not drop." Suit contends that Ann McLeod incurred $120,000 in medical bills and had no health insurance. A big issue here will be whether the federal defendants are immune from civil liability. That issue is currently before an appeals court. Reporting live from the studio, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.